Hi everybody, it's Megan White, and I'm going to do a run chart here in Excel. And for starters, I've already got some data pulled up. I'm not using the same data that I did in the other videos. So to start, we're looking at referrals in healthcare, looking at our months, August through May, and then we're going to have our referral amounts right here. What I'm going to do though, what we need is run charts have a median line, so I'm going to get my median and do that formula. Got median, open parentheses. I'm going to select all my data points, close parentheses, 29.5. Okay, so 29.5 is the median for all my data. Going to pull it down. We want it to be the same median. So we don't want to go through, I don't want to go through each individual referral and do the median for that amount or that number. I keep the same median. So I've got my data here, month, referrals, median. I'm going to click anywhere in the data and I'm going to insert. Run chart's basically a line chart. So we're going to go to line, just a regular line. And it's going to populate right here, make it a little bit bigger. Okay. So this is our line chart. To start with, I want to edit a few things. So I'm going to change my title to begin with. So we want to change our chart title just to referrals. Large. Down here, we can see our blue line is our referrals. It's going to be each of our data points starting at 20 down here in August. Our x-axis is going to be our time, okay, chronological order. So in order of our months, and then our y-axis is going to be the amount of what our data points are going to be. So I want to click on my blue line. I'll make it a little bit thicker. So right click and format data series. Over here, I'm going to go to marker options. I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger, built in, so we can change it, make it to about 6 or 7. Okay. And we see each of these little points. That's actually telling us, like we look at August, it's at 20. So we see that the August, it was 20 referrals. We look at September, it's at about 45, in between 40 and 50. So that's correct. So each of these points are what we're looking at. I can add our numbers here. So if I right click, we've already got these little points highlighted. So I'm gonna right click again. Let me get off of it for a second. Right click. I want to add a data label. I'm going to do each of those. I could get on all of them at once. It'd be great. There we go. Text options. If I go to text options, label options, I want a value. Okay, so that was easier. So we're entering all of our numbers here so we can see 20, 45, 52, 80. So when we're looking at a run chart, we're looking for a few things. First off, we have our median line, which is 29.5. That's going to be the orange line right here. So all of our data is either above or below our median line. When we look for shifts are 6 or more points above or below our median line. And what we look for here, we don't see 6 or more. Like here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, so not quite 6 above the median line. Over here we have 3 from January to March. So we don't really see any significant shifts. If we have more data, so if we extended this or we had a couple of years worth of data we're looking at, we would see some shifts. So that's important as well to note that just because we don't with a select amount of data, we could, depending on the range of where we collected from. Another thing we can look for are trends, and that's going to be 5 or more points in order, going up or down. So again, we start above the median line. We have 3 going up, but it's not 5 or more, so we don't really see any significant trends. And it's going to be the same thing over here from January to March, slowly going up, but we don't have 5 or more data points that go up. We do, though, have a couple of runs or 3 runs, really. And what a run is 1 or more data points that cross the median line. So we look at August to September, we have a run. Okay, we go from 20 to 45. It's going across the median line. Same thing over here, December to January, it goes down. They had less referrals from 43 to 14 over January, which is pretty consistent with, I think, most everything that we could collect data on over the December to January, Christmas and New Year's time. And another run is over from March to April, 27 to 32. So we can mess around with this and we could format this to look prettier, but in reality, you don't want too much going on in your run chart just because it gets clustered together. You really want to see your data point amounts. We can click on this and we can move it just a little bit so we can see that 45 easier. And you notice right there, gives us a little line. It's telling us that specific box or that point is going to be 45. So that is a run chart, and that's it. Thank you.